Charismatic. Welcome, my fellow crime enthusiasts. Today we're diving deep into the untold story of the world's greatest heist. That's right, this theft was so enormous it could make the Ocean's 11 crew blush. But what truly set this caper apart was the use of some cutting-edge technology that cracked the case wide open. And that's where we come in. Witty. Now before we get started, I know what you're thinking. Solving a crime. Isn't that a job for Sherlock Holmes? Hold on to your monocles, folks, because this isn't your grandpa's mystery novel. We're talking about high-tech tools that would make Q from James Bond green with envy. Knowledgeable. But let's back up for a minute. What was this heist all about? Well, my dear Watsons, it involved a group of daring thieves who made off with millions of dollars worth of precious jewels from a high-security vault. The police were stumped, the public was outraged, and the insurance companies were sweating bullets. Empathetic. But behind all the glitz and glamour of the heist, there were real people who were affected by this crime. The victims who lost their prized possessions, the investigators who worked tirelessly to crack the case, and even the culprits themselves who may have had their own reasons for pulling off such a daring feat. That's why we're going to use AI to uncover the truth and shed some light on this fascinating story. Charismatic, so buckle up and get ready for a wild ride. And if you want to stay up to date on all our crime-solving adventures, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Welcome back. Now let's get into the juicy details of the heist. It all went down on a dark and stormy night in the heart of the city. The location: the city's most prestigious art museum. The date: just last week. The robbers made off with an impressive amount of loot, including several priceless paintings and sculptures. The total value of the stolen goods? We're talking millions of dollars. So who could have pulled off such a daring heist? Rumors have been swirling around the city about a notorious gang of art thieves who have been operating in the area for months. But could they really be behind this brazen robbery? Law enforcement officials are currently investigating several suspects, including a former museum employee who was recently fired, as well as a wealthy businessman with a passion for art. But the case is proving to be a difficult one to crack, with few leads and even fewer clues. Despite the challenges, investigators remain optimistic that they will be able to bring the perpetrators to justice. But until then, the residents of this city will remain on edge, wondering when and where this band of thieves will strike next. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story. Well. We've talked about AI and its impact on our daily lives, but have you ever thought about how it could change the game when it comes to solving crimes? The possibilities are truly endless. Picture this: a world where AI can analyze data at an incredibly fast pace, detecting patterns and identifying suspects with ease. It's not just a dream, it's becoming a reality. We're talking about using artificial intelligence to prevent crime, predict criminal activity, and even catch the bad guys. And let me tell you, the results are astounding. Take the case of a man who was caught thanks to facial recognition software. The AI analyzed millions of images, pinpointing a match with a 98% accuracy rate. That's some serious detective work. But AI isn't just good at identifying faces. It can also analyze voice patterns, predict criminal behavior, and even help detectives determine the likelihood of an offender reoffending. Of course, there are limitations to AI in crime solving. It's not a perfect system, and it's not always foolproof. But it's a powerful tool that can help us solve crimes more efficiently and effectively than ever before. So what do you think? Are you ready for a world where AI is helping us catch the bad guys? I know I am. Welcome back. Now that we've covered the background of the heist, let's dive into how AI was utilized in the investigation. This was a game-changer for investigators, as it allowed them to sift through massive amounts of data in a fraction of the time it would have taken manually. But it wasn't without its challenges. The sheer amount of data was overwhelming, and investigators had to figure out how to narrow it down to what was relevant. This is where AI came in handy, as it could quickly analyze the data and identify patterns that would have gone unnoticed otherwise. One breakthrough moment came when the AI identified a suspicious transaction that had been overlooked by investigators. This led them down a new path of inquiry, which ultimately led to the arrest of one of the masterminds behind the heist. Another breakthrough was when AI was used to analyze security footage from the scene of the crime. The AI was able to identify the perpetrator, who had disguised themselves during the heist. This was a crucial piece of evidence that helped investigators build their case. Overall, the use of AI in the investigation was a major success and proved to be an invaluable tool for the investigators. Without it, the case may never have been solved. But it wasn't just the technology that made the difference. It was the skilled investigators who knew how to use it effectively. Join us in the next part as we explore the final stages of the investigation and the trial that followed. Well, I think we can all agree that this heist was one for the books. The use of AI in crime solving proved to be a game changer, and I for one am excited to see where this technology takes us in the future. But let's not forget the incredible work done by the investigators on this case. Their tireless efforts and attention to detail were truly impressive, and it's thanks to them that justice was served. So what can we take away from all of this? Well, for starters, it's clear that technology is advancing at a rapid pace, and we need to keep up if we want to stay ahead of the curve. And perhaps more importantly, we need to remember that even in the face of adversity, we have the power to come together and make a difference. As we wrap up this video, I want to leave you with a thought-provoking question. What kind of world do we want to live in, and how can we use technology to make that vision a reality? It's up to each and every one of us to decide. Thanks for watching, and until next time,